So I guess I didn't go to part two yet because I did want to mention a few things for those of you that are beginners using Excel. So I have a spreadsheet that is put in here already. And so these are just numbers that you type in. They may look different depending on, or this one's the formula. They may look different depending on how you have your stuff formatted. And so if I go back to home here, then you'll see that currency is right here. That's what's picked. There are different ways to format. So if something doesn't look the way that you want to, like interest rate is a percentage, you need to change it to a percentage. So you're going to type it in as 0.5, or I guess 0.05, and then change it to a percent, and it comes in there. Okay, so if I come over here and I go 5%, then it types it in correctly, and it does it correctly. But if I come in here and I go 0.05, which is 5%, and then I go, oh, well, it doesn't look the same. It's because it's general formatting. And if I click on here, it's percentage because I actually typed in the percent. So I could just change this by clicking that little percent. And now that changes it to 5%. So there's a bunch of little formatting things like that. Okay, so I want to show you that. And then I want to show you in terms of when you do type in the formulas, you don't actually have to type in B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. It is actually better to click on the cell and let it come in. So I'm going to be adding, or I guess subtracting. So I have this, and I'm going to subtract this, and then add that one, additional charges. Okay, so just so I memorize this before I delete it. So instead of typing them, I'm going to first, anytime you have a formula, you're going to put equals. Then I can click on them. So now I can just go this, and then I can type a minus this, and I'm just clicking on them. And then minus, I'm minusing the rebate, right? Rebate, I guess. Okay. And then I'm going to add additional charges. Okay, and so that's the formula in there. Once I get it in, I'm going to enter, and that's the number that you come up with. And so over here on the amount financed, then, oh, this is wrong. Why is this wrong? So I actually took one of the students that already did it. And you don't type in the number because that would wreck the spreadsheet. If this number is different, then you have this number typed in. So you don't type in the amount financed because you've calculated it here. What you do, I'm going to delete that, is that the amount financed equals whatever's here. Because if I have something changed, then the whole number, the amount financed, changes it. And so what I'm going to do is I will type the equals, and then I click here. So the amount financed equals B6. It doesn't equal this number. Hopefully that makes sense. Because if this, let's say the value of the car changes $5, and so let me go backspace and make it $5, then now if I would have had that number typed in, then it wouldn't have changed and added the $5. So the beauty of having a spreadsheet is being able to only put in a few numbers and have the spreadsheet do it for you. Okay, so I'm going to take back off the little and put it back to a 0 just so it looks the same. Okay, so this was typed in 5%. This was typed in your loan term. It's 5 years times 12. So this is a loan term of 5 years, and there's 12 months in a year. That's how you get the 60. And then the payment amount, it's really cool because Excel already has a bunch of formulas in there for you. So I'm just going to show you in this cell. So for the payment amount, I can use a formula called payment, and I don't have to know how this formula works mathematically. So I can start typing in payment, and once I start typing it in, then I can actually kind of click on it, and it'll tell me what to put in, and I'll put in the parenthesis, and it tells me put in the rate, And so you'll see here that, what's the rate? 5%. So I'm going to click on that. And then it says, let's see, N per. So I have to see what's here. So, oops, sorry. I'm going to click out of that. Escape, escape, escape. Let me just, so I have my, per how many years? Okay, so the E2 is going to be 5% divided by 12. So you're not paying 5% per month. You're paying 5% annually, which is divided by 12. So your first one is going to be E2 divided by 12. The next one in the formula is going to be E3, which will be the loan term. And then the last one is going to be E1, the amount financed. So that's what goes into the payment formula. And again, when I type it in, I don't want to type these numbers. I need to click on the cell. So I'm going to do an equal. I'm going to do a payment. I'm going to put my parenthesis in there. I'm going to do this divided. Make sure you use the right divided by 12. And then there's a comma. And then it was the loan term. And then the comma. And then it was the amount financed. And so see how I'm clicking on them? I'm not typing in the actual E2, E3. And so when I look at it, then that's what the payment turns out to. And it does it automatically. So this would be your payment per month. And then this, the payment, I see that was, this is how much additional interest you're going to pay on that loan. And so when we go back to our, let's see where that's at. When we go back to here and we go down to the last one, payment amount, and then we see here we're getting the total interest paid. So this is actually total interest paid. And again, see how that went away? And it's kind of truncated. You can just make this a little wider. Get that in there. So that means that this amount is in addition to what you're actually paying for the car. So the car sale price is $21,970. You're going to pay this much interest in addition to the car price. Okay? Just so everyone kind of understands that. Okay, now I'm done. Bye.